So this is another paragraph here coming from your conversation with Kritavi from The Total Mess. And this paragraph says, I have been asked whether there are esoteric implications or influences inherent in certain musical keys, and I must say yes, but not to speak of so as not to create biases in the minds of those who may desperately need the medicinal juice derived from the keys or musical devices.
That's because it's relative. See, we can talk about a key, all right? And so that key will have a different influence on you than, let's say, the next person. And by law it should, because it's a vibratory note. And maybe if we're talking about a key of G or whatever, you have a lot of vibratory notes in there. And there's healing in that, but it's not conscious, because we're treating it like music. And since we enjoy the music, then we're receiving some healing from it. But we don't know that it's because of G in all cases. Okay. Some people might be able to feel that and know that, and what follows the G, the transition. So there's a difference between the G and the C, and the G and the C sharp. And so these are differences that are within the psychic realm, and it can be put into theory, but it's a feeling more than it is a theoretical thought process. Continue.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So it says, one needs to know that their medicine is free of the good and high and low judgments of others. Mm-hmm. Once one is complete or reaches the full point of certain karmic...
Well, so the medicine then is the pleasure you derive from what's being played or heard. Mm-hmm. That's the medicine. Mm-hmm. The musical medicine is in terms of what you hear and how you feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So once one is complete or reaches the full point of certain karmic medicines, musically, emotionally, or artistically speaking, and one is thus free of the attachment to such karmic influences and are obviously released from such influences, one may be free enough to move on to what may be higher values or of known karma or creative forces. For this reason alone, the burn of spiritual practice is necessary, making crystal clear over a definite period of time what the individual needs to move into as a result of purification beyond choice, reasoning, or persuasion.
So all of us, as humans, in the human field, are being influenced by this, that, and whatever showing up, perceptions, phenomena, impulses, sounds, sights, thoughts, so on, memories. Spiritual practice then relative to the burn is to purify yourself of the negative side of that, let's say, process, the painful side of it. Mm-hmm. So that we are more theoretically in a neutral state of consciousness and thus able to really work with, rather than be affected by, merely affected by. We're able to work with the phenomena, creatively, and maybe even spiritually. Because we're here to do that. We're here to, according to my elders, they say you're here to progress, right? Evolve as you ascend in vibration, so that you can do things that you can only do when you do so. And know things because of your elevating vibratory rate as you're ascending, let's say, the scale of the chakras or vibrational scale, say, tone scale, as they call it in Scientology. You just get higher and higher. And we're talking about vibration, so we're talking about unhearable music. Yeah, feeling, presence. So we're not negatively impacted by the phenomena we would otherwise, have to endure and process or suffer, because we don't have the purification. We don't have the refinement that you get in spiritual practice, certain schools of practice. There's no believing. It's all yoga practice. No belief. No manipulation. You experience it, you do it, you breathe it, and you test it for yourself, and you prove to yourself what it is.